All right, remember those two escaped convicts at that upstate New York prison? They were on the lam for, what, upwards of a month? We're learning now that soon after they escaped, the prisoners there said they were getting brutally interrogated and beaten. And to my next guest, who served some time at that same prison, it does not surprise him, Lou Ferrante, a former Gambino Crime Family mobster. So I will not ask him any difficult questions. Lou, good to have you. You were saying in the break that doesn't surprise you.
No, not at all. It doesn't surprise me. I mean, these guys, there's an escape. There's two murderers on the loose. They're in a community where they could kill people. They could kill a whole family. You don't know what they're going to do. So these guys are weighing inside the guards. They're weighing it out and saying, what's the difference if I slap around a couple of murderers, maybe get some information and find these guys?
So they were convinced that other prisoners knew.
Oh, definitely. Other prisoners definitely knew what was happening. That's 1,000%.
Is that right?
Yeah. I mean, survival depends in prison on you not seeing and not hearing anything. So it's not like a corporate setting.
But if you don't see it or hear it, allegedly, don't you want in on it? And aren't you bitter if you weren't?
Not necessarily. You might not want to escape. Maybe you're doing a 20-year bid and you say, hey, you know what? I see light at the end of the tunnel. I'm leaving.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, but I might see my cellmate chopping through the wall. I don't hear anything. I don't see anything. My survival depends on it. When I saw that Cuomo walk through the tier block and said to the inmate next to Sweat or Matt Sell, I think it was Matt Sell.
You're talking about the governor, Andrew Cuomo.
The governor,
right.
Governor Cuomo said, hey, listen, I don't believe you didn't hear anything, or you didn't hear anything, give me a break, whatever he said. And the guy says, I didn't. Yeah, well, Cuomo doesn't understand that guy's survival day to day depends on him not hearing or seeing anything.
What would you have done if you were there and the same thing?
I have to admit, I wouldn't have seen anything or heard anything. It's not a corporate setting where I could go, hey, let me tell my manager on this guy. He's stealing or he's selling drugs or he's doing something against the company. You're in jail. Your life is on the line every single day.
But are you mad at the guards and the way they treated you? Were they rough to you, for example?
The guards, I've seen them rough to other people. I never gave them any really reason to beat me. I've had incidents where they did think at one point there was an officer assaulted. They thought it was me. I got roughed up. That's life.
Did it make you bitter, angry?
Not at all. I mean, you know, that's life. They're looking out for, it's a brotherhood of guards. It's just like the police, NYPD. They hear there's a cop down. They come guns blazing. You know, they want to, protect their own just as we protected our own on the street. So I don't take it personal, and I just hope for the best when I'm in a situation like that. I was in Lewisburg Penitentiary where two guys were murdered. Aryan Brotherhood, Black Muslim gang were fighting. Two guys murdered in the prison. Goon Squad came in, said, we have authority from Washington to use maximum force. Does anyone know what that means? Nobody answered. He says, I'll tell you what it means. It means we could kill anybody in here and get away with it. I was there when he said that. They were on a zero tolerance level. The society...
Well, they've got to be on a real zero tolerance level right now.
Exactly. You know, it becomes different. But this seems like it's off. It seems like it's off the grid. This doesn't seem like it's sanctioned as that was. These are guys that are grabbing guys saying, let's see if we get some information and find these guys. Maybe I'll look like a hero. So what? I beat a guy up. It's almost the same as if like a terrorist might be planning an attack.
Right.
Somebody slaps the guy around, but you might have saved 5,000 lives. That's how the guards were looking at it. I'll tell you about the inmates too, really quick. Yeah. Other than the inmates who were beat up, every inmate in that prison now, they're very litigious inmates. There's always jailhouse attorneys. Everybody who gets brushed on the shoulder is going to say I was assaulted. That's what's going to happen. But there are some real serious things that have been done. It's obvious to me. There really are probably a number of real cases. But that said, there's going to be a flood of trivial things that are already probably being designed as briefs to be put in front of the court by other inmates.
Lou Ferrante, thank you very much. Good seeing you.
Thank you. Likewise, Neil.
All right.